In February 2020, Evanston Police Chief Demetrius Cook snapped photos of old EPD mugshots and posted them to his Snapchat story. Information posted included names and aliases, home addresses, and
some of them had DOA, dead on arrival, handwritten next to the picture. Some had in custody, indicating that they were, incarcerated or in jail. And one of them actually had HIV written next to it.
According to the legal complaint, that man never tested positive for HIV. But as a result of the Snapchat, the legal complaint says he, quote, suffered cyberbullying and emotional distress. Filed in May 2020, the class action lawsuit is based on alleged violations of Fourth Amendment rights, which ensure security. Because all plaintiffs are black, the court ruled that Cook and the city of Evanston also violated the Equal Protection Act. The city of Evanston declined to comment due to pending litigation. Cook says the post was an accident and deleted it after 90 minutes.
But as we all know, once it's out on the web, it's there forever.
According to the legal complaint, in a press conference, Cook states he didn't realize Snapchat pictures, quote, could be made public with the click of a button. He says he uses the Snapchat camera because it's, quote, really vivid.
I find it dubious that the only way he would be able to take photographs of this and be able to sufficiently see the documents is through the Snapchat application.
In a statement, Cook says there's no excuse for what happened. He wrote, quote, I own this mistake and I want to apologize to the community and to anyone who may have been impacted. It was never my intent to cause any harm or pain.
Creating records of EPD recordings, retaining them, or social media sharing are all against EPD policy, according to the EPD policy manual as of 2020.
According to the legal complaint, at the press conference, Cook apologizes and says the 30 men posted to his story were part of an ongoing investigation and he wanted to review their information outside the office. He didn't reveal what the investigation was for.
I find difficult to believe, seeing as how several of those individuals are dead. So how can they be part of an ongoing investigation?
Barnett says multiple clients lost their jobs after their mugshots were released, and Cook says they were involved in an ongoing investigation. And some, Barnett says, suffered, quote, physical duress.
One had windows in his house shot out, one had his vehicle shot at, and one of them was actually followed from his house to a club where he was then shot. And luckily he survived.
Barnett says his clients didn't file police reports with EPD for property damages, and the investigation of the client who was shot remains open. On a 6-1 vote, the $90,000 settlement was approved, with Alderman Tom Suffredin of the 6th Ward objecting. Now, Barnett says there's hope for change.
We also wanted to prevent this from happening in the future, and I think that as a result of the settlement, the city of Evanston is going to have its police force more strictly enforce its policies on dissemination of information.
Settling for justice, picturing the future. Vanessa Kelson, Northwestern News Network.